Arsenal were back in action in Europe tonight. Alexis Nunes here with Mark Ogden as we look back on their victory up against Rapid Vienna. Augie, Arsenal surviving an early scare because they did go a goal down to Rapid Vienna, but then the main man, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, comes on and just does absolute bits for the Gunners.
Yeah, well, he scored the goal that turned the game in their favour. So I think, Aubameyang is the guy. He's the main guy. And we've said this before with Arsenal, that if Aubameyang stays fit, they've got a chance of winning anything they play in this season. He's that good. He's the guy who scores the goals. He inspires them. When he's not there, they're not quite the same team. The only concern I'd have is that if Arsenal are relying on Aubameyang to win Europa League games, that's a problem, because the Europa League is where he really should be having a rest. He should be keeping his fitness for the Premier League, and we've got a big game at the weekend against Leicester. So they don't want Aubameyang to be acting like Superman of the Europa League. They need to give him a night off. So maybe that's the downside of tonight, that they're over-reliance on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Oh, that's a nice way to spin it. Of course, you'd find that angle. But let's not talk about Aubameyang right now. Let's talk about the debutant, Thomas Partey. He had a brilliant night out as well, just pretty much showing that Mikel Arteta is doing absolute bits as well in the transfer window. Some really good business for Arsenal.
Yeah, look, Partey's got great experience in Europe in the Champions League with Atletico Madrid. So playing the Europa League against Rapid Vienna is not going to be a concern. And he stood out. He just looks at a presence in midfield. It gives Arsenal something they've not had for a long time. Possibly since they had Patrick Vieira. Now, I'm not saying he's another Patrick Vieira. I think there's a long way to go, but they have that presence and that figure in midfield that can just give others the confidence that they've got somebody that can shield the back four and also direct the play. So for me, Partey's been a great signing already, and I think he'll go on to bigger and better things.
Two people, though, that we do talk about, David Luiz. He was involved in a couple of things, some good, some bad tonight. Bernd Leno as well. He had the toughest night of the lot. What were your thoughts, I suppose, on these two that have become the butt of many jokes sometimes when we're talking about Arsenal?
Yeah. When it's the David Luiz show, it's never a good thing, is it? And I thought in the second half, when that ball began, it kind of between David Luiz and Bernd Leno, I think this is only going to end one way, and it's not a good way. And they kind of bumped into each other. Luckily for them, the Rapid striker didn't put the ball in the net. It was quite a long way out, but still, it was one of those moments that always seems to happen with David Luiz. So for Arsenal's sake, let's hope they get out of the way before the game at the weekend, because if that happens with Jamie Vardy anywhere near, that's going in the back of the net.
Just looking ahead to this weekend, quickly switching things up a bit. They've got Leicester. We know that could be also a very juicy match on paper. What are you feeling from this one, especially from the Arsenal that we've seen so far this season?
It's again that Arsenal need to win. I think, Leicester we know are going to be thereabouts again for top four. They started great this season. They had a great season last year until they tailed off towards the end. So Leicester, for me, are a team I think they've got as good a chance as Arsenal finishing top four. So from Arsenal's point of view, they have to get a result this weekend just to prove that they are, climbing in the right direction with Mikel Arteta. Arsenal need to be back in the Champions League for so many reasons, for financial reasons, and also for the prestige of the club. That when they're in the Champions League, can get better players. They're a big club in London that can attract players, but they need to be back in the Champions League to get there. So this is a game that will test Arsenal's ability. They lost at Liverpool, so that was a sign that maybe not quite Premier League Championship challenges, but in terms of top four, they have a chance. But Leicester is a game they have to win.
And finally, I know this might make some people roll their eyes, but let's just talk a little bit about Mesut Ozil. I know he's not even a part of the Premier League or Europa League squads, really and truly. He's been vocal about it. Mikel Arteta recently actually spoke more than he has in recent times about the whole situation as well. There's still certain parts that we feel that we're not, privy to yet. But Augie, what are your thoughts on the recent comments from both sides and exactly what is going on here?
Yeah, this has become a bit of a PR battle now, isn't it, between Mesut Ozil and Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, because no side is backing down on this one. And Mikel Arteta said that, the decision is on him, and it was his decision alone to drop Mesut Ozil, and perhaps he should have got more out of him. But, Mesut Ozil sticking to his guns. He feels that he's been let down by Arsenal. And there's a lot of Arsenal fans that will always have an affection for Mesut Ozil who think he should have been given more of a chance. But, from my perspective, I've seen quite a lot of Mesut Ozil over the years. I think that he is a player that no longer has a value to Arsenal. I think he doesn't work hard enough in the modern game. He's a talented player, but I think we've seen for the last 2 years, he doesn't give enough, certainly away from home. So, maybe I think he's been harshly treated being left out of the Champions League squad, so the Europa League squad and the Premier League squad. But Arsenal have made the decision, they don't want to play him anymore. They want him out of the club. He didn't want to leave in the summer. It's just very messy, because like Arsene Wenger said last week, Mesut Ozil won, the World Cup with Germany. He played for Real Madrid. He's a big top player, but, it's not ended well. And I think, it's best for all parties that he leaves in January.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.